My name's Ellen. I've been asked by the lovely people at simplywigs.co.uk to review their Tory wig from the lovely Rene of Paris high fashion line. She's the second wig I ever bought from Simply Wigs. I do wear her a lot. She's one of my favourites, and I'm very happy to tell you why. So give me just a sec, I'll grab her for you to take a look. So here is Tori, coming to you in the shade Creamy Toffee R, which is a medium brown, and it's darker at the roots, which is what the R means. So I hope you can see that. Yep, it's a bit darker at the roots there. Otherwise, she's a kind of beigey, blonde and creamy kind of blonde highlights. Some bits are a bit paler. So very natural colour. I will, in a minute, show you what she looks like in the natural light, because at the moment I've got the curtains shut, but that's why I'm filming it here, so I can show you in a minute the colour in the natural light. So her dimensions are a little bit different straight out of the box than they are on my Tory, because she's had a bit of a trim. She needed the fringe trimming for me, and also a little bit of thinning in the sides, but nothing too dramatic. And as you can see, her basic shape is not really much changed from me trimming her. So she's a kind of slightly longer in the front, slightly kind of beveled, trimmed into the nape, bob shape. So nice classic shape. The fringe is quite a lot longer out of the box. I've trimmed her quite a bit because I only have this diddy little shallow forehead. So I don't need to have lots and lots of fringe right down here. I'm straight out of the box. When I did have her over my eyes, she was way over my eyes. Wasn't a fan. So I've trimmed it in a little bit, and she's a little bit shorter and a bit more framing for my eyebrows, as you'll see in a minute when I pop her on. So I'm just going to turn her inside out, and we'll take a look at the cap construction. Hello. So here is Tori inside out. So as you can see, she's a basic cap. That means that there's no lace front here in the fringe, and that there's no monofilament top. So what that means is that it's closed here. So there's no kind of hand-tied bit or anywhere to part it or anything like that. It's where it is, and when I turn it back inside out and put her on, it will be clear as to why that is. So this bit where it's closed here is, hang on, this bit here, this is where you get a bit of the lift in the crown, which is built in. That's called permatease, which we'll take a proper look at in a minute. And at the back here is where it's wefted. So all this bit here is sewn in row by row, and that is open. So that means that it keeps you a bit cooler and more comfortable. There's a flexible sort of strip at the back there, which is like a lace, not lace, it's not lace at all. It just isn't. Felt, that's the word, so that's kind of soft there. And here we have the ear tabs, which are to fit round your ears, and they've just got a little bit of wiring so that you can adjust them sort of here. So when you put the wig on, you can kind of place those against your temples so that you feel that you secure coverage around your ears and your temple hairline here. So yeah, that's her basic cap construction. She's kind of stretchy. She's got adjustable straps here, and as you can see, you could see if I move my fingers, you see there, bra strap type thing. There we go. So bra strap type thing that you can tighten up, and she is a fairly true to average size wig. To measure your head, there's instructions on simplywigs.co.uk on how to do that. But she's a fairly average size. I'm kind of small to average, but I find these straps tighten up easily enough, so I'm sure it would be fine, you know, a little bit either way. She's probably going to fit most people fairly comfortably. I'm going to turn her back inside out, and we'll take a look at her on. And here is Tori on my head. We have moved from my slightly more secure filming location, so we may have a tiny little bit of wobble because I am now holding the camera, so please bear with me. I'm sure it's not difficult to spot that I'm an amateur at this. Anyway, so here she is. So she has quite a lot of length into the front, but it's quite tapered. So as you can see, quite a bit shorter here, and then it comes in long and just sort of frames around the jaw. So basically, if you tip your head forward, she's going to come with you into your chin and jawline like that. Now, bear in mind, if you're looking at my fringe here and thinking that looks a bit short, looks a bit blunt, it is a bit short, it is a bit blunt, but it's only because I've trimmed it like that. When she came to me, it's down here somewhere, sort of, yeah, about here maybe, middle of my nose, something like that. So she's had a good old trim, and she's had more than one trim because the first time I did it, it was still a bit too long. I was still pushing it to one side, so I bit the bullet and trimmed it right up short. Obviously, it's a bit scary doing that because it's not going to grow back, but she's perfect like this. I wanted to give you a proper look at the permatease, so I'm just going to, not sure if I can do this, hang on. Now, are you seeing this? So what we have up here, can I see if I can see? If you can see, yes you can. So what we have up here is where the dark root is, and in the top there, under that layer of hair that's just forming what is essentially the middle parting, under there is some just shorter spiky hairs, and if you just got this wig out of the box and saw that for the first time, you might wonder what it was. That is the permatease, and what that's for is to give you a little bit of crown lift so it's not sitting completely flush to your head. It's the only spot of the wig that maybe arguably doesn't look as realistic as some of the high-end wigs, but you're unlikely to notice that particularly in these rooted colours because it's darker here and it's not standing out as much. I can't really say in any of the lighter colours. It's probably more difficult to avoid seeing it in the lighter colours without the roots, but I still don't think you're likely to have an issue with it. I have plenty of wigs that have permatease in them, and they don't give me a problem. But the idea is then, if you get your fingers in here and you just give it a little ruffle, can you see? Comes up a bit. Now she's going to stay like that until I smooth her back out again, because those little short hairs are holding her up. So it's a bit like backcombing, is the best way to look at it. So what else can I tell you? She's got lovely soft fibres. They're very straight, and they're going to stay straight, come rain or shine, because that's the good thing about a synthetic wig, is that the style it comes in is the style it's going to stay in, no matter what the weather is doing. So if you're anything like me, and you're there with your anti-frizz lotions and potions and straightener, just trying to battle it into a nice sleek style, you're not going to have to do any of that with Tori. She's going to do what she's meant to do, and she's going to stay there all day, which is brilliant. I've tried this out. I've been out in the rain. Everybody else's hair looks like hell. Mine is fine. What else can I say about her? Yeah, I mean, she's very, very pretty. She's very, very easy to wear as well, because unlike some longer wigs, you're not going to get a lot of tangling. With synthetics, they tangle quite easily at the nape of your neck when they're anything below about kind of shoulder length. Because she's tapered into the nape, yeah, it's not particularly likely to get in a tangle, and if it does, just raking your fingers through the lengths will detangle her. You can just give her a little shake. She's a tiny bit shiny, straight out of the box, because she's synthetic, and synthetics usually are, but I can tame that with a little bit of dry shampoo or some baby powder on a powder puff thing. Dab, 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 spray, 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 no problem. And, you know, again, I think that certainly she doesn't look fake at all. For a wig that's not even into three figures, she looks like real hair. She's also very comfortable. I was telling you about the ear tabs. So she doesn't cover entirely up to my hairline because mine comes quite forward, but the tabs I was telling you about, where the wires are kind of here. So I press those and just turn them into a slightly sort of C shape against my head so that the temple bit just comes out a bit and helps encourage that tuck under that you get. So yeah, so this is Tori. What I'll do in a minute is I will put my phone back down so that I can give you a quick 360, and you can get a look at the coverage at the back and what she looks like from all angles. So I'll be back in just a sec. And I'm back. So I've put my phone back down. Freedom, I won't let you down. So that means that I can give it a little swing, and it also means I can give you a quick 360. So what I'll do is I'll do my little revolve, and then because I did say I would do this, I will give you a look in the natural light. So we'll go on a little walk around this away. I'll move the curtains and you can get a look at the colour in the natural light as well. So here we go. And there we are. So this has been Tori by Rene of Paris, in Creamy Toffee. She is my favourite bob. I have a few other bobs. I've paid a lot more money for some of those, or I've not paid as much money as somebody has for them because I've got them second hand from eBay or something. But I would still absolutely recommend Tory any day. If I could afford to, I would have one in every colour because there are some stunning colours. Rene of Paris do 30 different colours, I think, in Tory, at least that many. And they're beautiful. Some of them are just gorgeous. I'm not sure what my next colour Tory is going to be, but I used to have, in my real hair, my biological hair was basically this cut, but it was black. So I had like a Pulp Fiction style Uma Thurman bob thing. And I'm getting on a bit now since I had that, so I'm not sure if that might be a bit harsh, but it might be worth a try, and it'd be a lovely contrast with this one as well. Let's take a little walk, and we'll take a look at her in natural light. Okay. There you are. I'm not going to try and tell you it's the greatest light ever, because it's not. But you can see the contrast there in the roots, which makes it look very natural. It looks very, very pale in this light, but it looks different in all different light, because it's a beautiful blended colour. She's just a pretty wig. She's just a pretty wig. Just get one. I hope you've enjoyed this review. Please do like this video and subscribe to Simply Wigs for lots of updates on their wigs that are out. They do nice little videos as well, and hopefully you get to see more of us beautiful customers of Simply Wigs reviewing more wigs in the future. Thanks for watching. Bye!